coming up about a brother. He had a 2.5-year tariff in prison. He's 16 years into that as we speak right now. He's in HMP Garth in the BCAT. He's got no clue when he's going home. He's got no clue of the progression. He's got no clue of anything. The poor man is suffering. And like, he's got a good story to tell, but his sister's going to tell it. He's an IPP prisoner, which is a horrible sentence that a man called David Blunkett gave out, who's part of the Labour Party. A thing that he's come out and admitted it was wrong, and then they said they were going to release people that were IPP, but there's still 2,000 in the prison system. I even think there's a few ladies with the IPP. You imagine that? I've been in prison myself, yeah? You're in jail, like a normal sentence, you know, when you're going home. These boys and girls have no clue. Like, it's not, thank you, Jason. It's not like you've committed murder and you know you're going away for 20 to 25 years. He committed GBH, yeah? And he's been in 13.5 years over tariff for GBH. I done 2 GBHs. I got 5 years and 7 years, right? I missed this IPP myself by a couple of months, thank God. But what about the dear man that's suffering now in jail? What about him? What about he gives up one day and says he's had enough and he dies? What, is just another statistic, is he? Nah, this man's got a proper story to tell. And thank God we've got his sister telling the story. It is enough to write a book on, and she's going to write a book. She could go to the telly with it. There's no doubt in that one. The story's unreal. Like, do you know when you hear something you think, like, it shocked me myself. And I've actually recorded the video with this lady, 2 hours odd. It's one hell of a story. I know it's late now, but we've got double digits now, and we keep it growing. Check me out, Gypsy Order UK on YouTube. This has been my 6th interview now. We've got a few of my stories on there as well. But this story is a bit better than mine, and a bit better than a few others I've done. Just because of, not saying nobody's stories are any good, they're all good, and they all have their own thing. But this certain story will go viral, and it deserves to go viral. And it's just calling out the proper people. David Blunkett, the man who brought this sentence in, has admitted he done wrong, but where is he now? What about the family? What about the dear man in jail now suffering? You know? Right, let's get this lady on. Then there's no point of being on it. So keep going, people. Do you like my promotion?
Fab.
I'll promote a lot, didn't I?
Yes.
Listen, the numbers were growing. Is when I was talking, they go high, and then it's like people are like, "Oh, I can't be bothered with all this. I'm going to bed. I'd rather watch Netflix or something." But you know, this is real life. Hello.
Oh no, sorry.
That's all right. I know it's late, but I just think keeping the story relevant now.
Yeah.
And keep on to this every day.
Yeah, I mean, thanks for listening, everybody. I know it's late at night. I think that's the reason why there's less people on, but that's fine. It's because we did record it and then it's muted, so we've just put it out there again. And as we said before, if we can help somebody, then we'll keep going, and that's what it's about. Basically.
Tell your brother's story. Brief description on your brother's story again.
So my brother was given a sentence in 2005 when they bought the IPP out, and that was 2.5 years sentence. And he is still there, and he's never been recalled, never been out to be recalled, and he is still there, and this is his 16th year this year. So he has kept the last 4 years kept his nose clean, he's enhanced and things like that. And every time he comes up for parole, he just gets knocked back and knocked back and knocked back. And there's no clear pathway for him, and there is no clear pathway for many others in the same situation. there's no end date to it, which is unjustified, really. Now, as Danny said before, you know, there's Robert Buckland, and there's David Blunkett who actually brought it out, and you know, David Blunkett brought it out, and he was quick enough to say, let's do this. And then at that particular time, when he brought it out, it was like, oh, we've got this IPP, this new thing we're going to try out. We're going to guinea pig on people, and we're going to slap everybody that gets sentenced with it, and let's just try it out. Now, what they did say is they held their hands up and say, we've made a big mistake, and that was 2012, I believe December. But they haven't done anything about it. So they admitted they made a mistake. It's inhumane. But since then, nothing has been done. And we're all sat here trying to fight this, and try to give these lads, lasses, family members, daughters, husbands, wives, whatever, their sense of freedom and life back, which we've taken away, sadly, from them. And even today, we have wives with small children and things like that, single mums and single parents bringing up their children when their fathers and mothers could really be home, on tag, even anything. But except the petty crimes of pinching a bike or pinching a phone or whatever, they are still kept under this excruciating sentence today, which is really sad. So yeah, my brother's story is very much like a lot of your stories and stuff that you can relate to. But we need to raise awareness, because we're all asked to speak, but we're not heard, you know, kind of thing. So we're all asked about our stories, but you know, no one's doing anything about it. So, you know, we need a little bit more action on the situation, and that's where we're at. So yeah, it's really sad, the whole situation.
Listen, you done well there. Isn't it hard to talk to people that ain't even replying?
Yeah, it is. But it's also it's later as night as well, and people are thinking, bloody hell, I'm knackered. Do you know what I mean? And I could put a glass eye to sleep, so I do understand.
I get all that, but you know what? People gotta understand, this story ain't going anywhere. Like, we're still there, and I'll keep this one.
Yeah, we will keep on with this, and you know, we'll do it at a prime hour, 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock, power hour, whatever they call it, you know. And we'll get it out there. Do you know what I mean? And this is a later time, but if we can just, you know, give somebody hope as well that they're not on their own, it's a good thing to wait up for as well. You know what I mean? You've got kids and family. You're giving your time to help people, you know, and that's a big thing. But you'll be rewarded for that as well, you know. And as I say, you know, we'll keep fighting for our families, and I'll keep fighting for my brother, because you know, it's my brother, and I don't want to lose my brother, you know. So if I have to, you know, flash my backside in Phoenix window, as I mentioned before, I'll do that.
I believe it.
I might get arrested, but what are they going to arrest me for? Because people walk on the beach with their bits hanging out.
Public order offence, pathetic.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah. Well, maybe I won't flash my bum then.
Nah, it'd be alright, indecent exposure, but you can't go to jail for that.
Oh, well, that's all right then. Okay. I'll just wear t-shirts saying "Justice for all" on my knickers.
But that would make more of an impact. That's how sad it is, you know. Because like women, like I said to you, women stand out more than men with online. Obviously, I think I actually get a bit lucky because my numbers are decent. But like, obviously not tonight, but generally they are. I'm not being.
They can't recall me. I've never been in trouble for anything in my life.
They can't recall now because my license ended. So I'm Christian. Now, tell people just a little bit about your story, like the goodness you do for kids.
Well, I foster kids, and been doing that for about nearly 8-9 years now. So I grew up in the system, so did my brother, and so I decided that I would have kids because I understand what it's like. So I've been doing that, being their advocate for 8-9 years. So, and then obviously my brother is more like my child as well, so I've taken him on, and that's the stress in itself. But I'll fight to the bitter end like I do with these kids, so it's the same thing. So yeah, so my job as well is looking after my brother and making sure that I can advocate for him, advocate for all these kids who have different issues to fight for. It's exhausting, really, but it's what you have to do. We're only human, you know.
Comes
And
from
then
it. Yeah.
yeah, and once I get my brother home, which I believe I will get him home because he should be home. He's playing the game. He's doing what he needs to do. He can help other people like you guys as well. So you
He'll be
know,
on
yeah,
your brother.
he'll tell his story.
He'll be on the telly.
He'll give it. He will tell you things that you would never think was humanly possible. The absolutely terrors and the nightmares he has in that place. He'll tell you about the times when he goes to bed with his clothes on because it's freezing. You know, when the pipes are on in the summer, when it's boiling. You know, when he has to fill his sink with water and wet his face. You know, he'll tell you the times when he's on his hands and knees, licking his palms, his hands, and washing the floor. You know, he'll tell you about the times when he's got no toilet paper and he needs to keep it in. You know what I mean? And like when he's waiting for his clothing parcel he's waited all year for, and it's at reception for 3 months because they don't want to give it out because they know that you're looking forward to it. He'll tell you all about them torturing things that happen and they go on. About the times when he doesn't come out.
Daily.
Yeah.
Be honest,
and yeah. And these people don't have a voice. We are their voice. I am my brother's voice. I am his advocate. I have to ring round and write letters and ring and sort these things out because if he puts his app in, it goes missing.